Hello, welcome back to the second part of this video. And in this section, I'm going to talk about the shortcomings of this Italeri 1:48 scale Grumman F-14A Tomcat model kits. So let's get started. Okay, so the first problem about this kit is at the nose cone. As you see, the tip of the nose cone is closed. Okay, so this kit does not include the pitot tube on the nose cone. All right. Now, if you're building the VF1 Wolfpack fighting squadron with the earlier configuration, which is the first patch of F-14A that is being dispatched, okay, that will be correct. There will be no problem. But other than that, if you build other squadron, then you may need to add add your own pitot tube on your own. Okay, the second part comes to the forward fuselage. You can see there are some ventilation slots over here, and also around the gun portions. Okay, now the Italeri make this portion in such manner. Okay, it's very different from the actual one. Okay, so it may take you some kind of effort to correct it, and be honest with you, at this moment I still have no clue how to fix it. Maybe if you have good hands, okay, you may have some etching knives to make your edges to scribe the slots on your own, but I'm not have this kind of skill, so at this moment I don't know how to fix it yet. Okay, the next shortcoming I have been mentioned before is the cross section of this canopy, the corner around here and here. Okay, they just straight or parallel, okay, to each side, okay, for easier disengage from the mold during the manufacture. The actual one is something like this, more narrower. Okay, now this doesn't bother me a lot because I'm going to build this kit when as the canopy was closed. Okay, if you build a kit and open up the canopy, that may be causing you a little bit problem. Okay, but there is no solutions for that. Okay, so now let's talk about the windshield. Okay, now let's get focus. Okay, focus. Sorry. Or maybe I pause the video a little. Here you are. Now, the frame on the windshield here, these bottom sections, okay, is parallel to each other. Now, the actual aircraft is more oval shaped. They get a little bit narrower at the bottom portion. Okay, now this doesn't bother me again because I'm going to build this kit with the VF-84 fighting squadron, and this frame will be in black color. Okay, as the cockpit is dark in color, it won't be a very high contrast, so such deviations is not very obvious. However, if you build other squadron with pale color frame, okay, with a contrast higher to the darker color of the cockpits, then it will be very obvious, and you may need to consider that. Okay, so if you really want something great, okay, looks great, then avoid this kit. Coming up next is the ejection seats. Okay, now if you compare with the real stuff of the photos of the real stuff, you can see actually there's quite a lot of differences. However, this just plain looks great. Okay, now I suppose the Italeri has designed these parts based on some limited material, so the overall shape is correct. Okay, there are some portions are partially correct. Okay, they are not totally frictional, but some of the parts are just yes, it exists on the real stuff, but in wrong shape in this kit. Okay, so if you are kind of person that looking for perfection, again, you need some resin parts to replace the seats. Okay, now I'm going to live on with this kits provided by the Italeri because let's say first of all I'm going to close the canopy, and the second one I will add a pilot onto it as a fine configurations. So of course I will do some other modification such as I will add the ejection pull handles. Okay, maybe I will add some details or kind of change as the best as I could, but just make it look a little bit better. But again, if you're looking for perfection, try to change it. Coming up next is the details on the cockpit stuff. Okay, as I mentioned, there's a lot of switches. Okay, and it looks great. Okay, but they are totally frictional. Okay, it doesn't real as compared to the real stuff. Okay, so you definitely need some photo etch kits to fix the problem. Now, in contrast, the main flight instrument. Oh, sorry, I can't speak of that. The main central instrument panels. Again, not very accurate, but not totally frictional. Okay, they have made some reference on producing these parts. Okay, so they really share some similarities to the real parts, but not very accurate. Okay, so again, I will use some photo etch parts to replace or to write, just to modify, make it look more realistic. Alright, coming up is the landing gear bay. Okay, this is the front landing gear bay. Okay, you can see they provide some details in it. Okay, let me show you with different angles. Okay, again, not very accurate. Okay, same to the rear main landing gear bay compartment. Okay, but actually it's not very bad at all, at least at this portion. Okay, this one, okay, they add a lot of details, but again, they are wrong. Now let's talk about the nose gear. Okay, it looks okay. It just lack or missing a two linkage bar over this area and this area. Okay, so if you are advanced modeler, actually it is not difficult for you to build your own. Just some metal wires. Okay, it will be an easy fix. Okay, so this portion is generally okay, acceptable. Okay, not too bad. However, the main landing gear has a little bit more problem. Basically, they split in just these two pieces. Okay, and especially this motion bar, okay, over here is built on the same piece. Okay, so in this area, okay, and the back side, okay, there are some ridges which cannot be molded in such a way, and they of course missing. Okay, so I'm going to build this kit in in-flight configuration, so this landing gear won't be used. Okay, the doors will be closed. Okay, so it's not it doesn't bother me a lot, any problem. It doesn't bother me any. But if you kind of person that looking for perfections, okay, you may need some resin kits to replace the landing gear. Okay, as mentioned before, the landing gear, the main wheels, okay, the hub is oversized, and also you can see some shrinkage marks over here. You definitely need an aftermarket parts to replace it. So this is the front nose gear compartment door. They add a lot of these kind of stuff. Okay, totally frictional. It's not existing the real stuff. Okay, just using some files or Dremel tools or sand stick, whatever, just sand it off. Okay, easy fix, no problem. Okay, and this one, okay, actually it's not too bad. Okay, not very less obvious than this one. Okay, so and this door again, these two doors again, adding too much things on it. Okay, so simple files deleted. Okay, now here is the top fuselage portions. Okay, here should have a pair of 4 long hexagonal reinforced ridges on top of here. Well, this kit is missing, so you need to build on your own. Okay, I may use some paper cards, okay, to create my own, okay, to fix this problem. Okay, here is the vertical stabilizer, and you can see it is a lot of things missing. There are some T-shape or L-shape reinforced ridges in the later model, or some again hexagonal reinforced ridges over here. They kind of missing over this kit. Okay, now I'm going to build this kit in VF84, which is dark black color in over this area and a yellow strip over here. So with such high contrast, okay, many details will be obscured. Okay, so again, just leave it on. Okay, now it is not an easy fix. Okay, because the shape, if the L-shaped reinforced ridges is quite complicated, not an easy fix. Okay, so bear in mind. Okay, the arresting hook here. Okay, they add a lot of these details onto it. Okay, simple filings to illuminate this will be an easy fix. So that's the end of the shortcoming about the aircraft bodies. Now the final problem here is this sidewinder missile. Okay, now as you can see, this front fins is a simple triangular shape. I don't know what models this kit is going to mimic. Okay, because if it is AIM-9L or M version, that is a double delta wing configurations at the front edges of these front fins. Okay, not just simple triangular shape. But if it is AIM-9H, okay, which is a kind of earlier version, and these kits, the error being showed in the instruction manual show, it is possible to be an AIM-9H version. Now the H version, the angles will be more inclined to the front section, and there are some also some inclined, not vertical or perpendicular at the rear part of these fins. So again, I don't know what kind of models that this missile is going to mimic on. Okay, here is some additional shortcomings that I want to mention. Okay, I think it's not a design flaw or anything wrong with the details, but something I would like to complain about is the pylons. Okay, here is the 2 pylons for the Sidewinder and the Sparrow, and these 2 long pylons for the Phoenix missile. As you can see, the panel lines here are raised panel lines, not the engraved ones. Okay, now here again, let's turn oversized. You can see they are raised, and there are some injection marks over here, a lot again here. Okay, so you may need some you know, some tools, okay, and some kind of knife to, okay, scratch it, okay, to make it as a recessed line. You have to build it on your own, modify it on your own, okay. So here is the end, and I hope these informations then can help you to decide whether you should buy this kit or not. Okay, so the final recommendation, okay, just a repeat, just a recap, I would say that generally for average modelers, I would not recommend this kit. But if you are tight on budget, okay, or you are beginners looking for something easy to build, okay, or you just want to build a kit for practicing of your painting jobs and your weathering jobs, okay, or you will buy tons of resin kits or photo etches kits to upgrade your models to make it look great, and you need a just simple plain but decent looking model kits to start on, then this will be highly recommended. Thank you for watching. I'm signing off. Bye bye.